Today we are in Ventura at Surfers Point discussing the Beach Erosion Authority for Clean Oceans and Nourishment, or BEACON, Prop 68 project to develop an innovative sediment management pilot program focused on sea level rise adaptation and resiliency. Let's jump right in.
My name is Marc Beyeler. I'm the Executive Director of BEACON.
My name is Paul Jenkin. I'm the Ventura Campaign Coordinator for the Surffighter Foundation.
My name is Nick Sadrpour. I'm a Program Coordinator at California Sea Grant.
The primary goal of the project is to bring the best available science to trying to better integrate regional sediment management with sea level rise adaptation so we can actually establish very sustainable projects and practices. The main thing we hope to find are pathways to use the maximum amount of sediment which would otherwise get to the beach except for the impairments that we've created in a sustainable manner to protect the natural resources of the coastline.
You know, the California coast is so diverse. We've got large cliffs, we've got extremely urbanized areas, and we have river mouths like the one here. Each one of these has different dynamics and different shorelines. And, you know, the approach to handling erosion and restoring beaches has to be adaptive according to the specific site constraints. So we have to be very careful and very thoughtful about what we do, where, and when.
I'm really excited about this project because I think it gets missed a lot about how connected our creeks, our rivers, and our watersheds are to our beaches and our coasts. You know, sediment has to come from somewhere. These beaches come from somewhere, and they're resilient on their own. They adapt to the physical drivers of oceanographic forces, as well as land-based forces like rain and floods. And even the fire to flood regime is changing with climate change. And we've modified this system so much that this project's hoping to kind of better connect our watersheds back to our beaches and better integrate different regulatory practices and agencies with the local managers that are responsible for enhancing, conserving, and protecting the coastal area.
You know, as we know, every mountain wants to become a beach and would be, but for the impairments that we've put into the natural world, and that's debris basins and dams and roads and highways and other urban development, and it just prevents the natural system of sediment replenishment to the littoral cell. So our goal is to recapture those biomimic those natural systems in order to replenish the cell on a sustainable basis. So we have the beach resources that we've all come to enjoy.
By reestablishing native dune habitat, which has become so rare in Southern California, we're actually stabilizing the beach and providing a more resilient framework for beaches in the future.
I'm excited to shorten the distance between the science that we all support and the actual way we apply it to our restoration projects. Californians face important choices, and one choice is to plan for the future in a proactive manner.
With future sea level rise projections, we really stand to lose our recreational beaches in California. Of course, this is what California is all about. A project like this one in Ventura is an example of what we can do to maintain public recreational beaches into the future under sea level rise scenarios.
And so behind me, you see a dune field that was reconstructed in order to be a sustainable a shoreline environment. But if we turn the other way, you would see the threats to the physical infrastructure that we put along the coast, including bike paths and parking lots and roadways. And those infrastructure improvements are seriously threatened with sea level rise and climate change, and we need to plan for how we're going to actually manage them going forward.
So at this point, with all the stewardship, we really have almost like a demonstration garden for a natural California beach habitat right here behind us. We really believe that we will still have surfing waves here to enjoy in the future, whereas anywhere that the waves are beating up against a seawall or up against infrastructure on the coast, under high tide scenarios, we're not going to have any waves to ride.
I'm also excited because California Sea Grant, you know, our role is always as a stakeholder convener, bringing together the partners and translating science to try to help us think about a collaborative approach.
With sea level rise upon us, it's crucial that our government agencies are able to align behind a common cause and create some sense of urgency about trying to implement these types of projects.
Coastal regional sediment management is a great framework for how to think about solving some of these climate change issues, thinking about storms, extreme storms, as well as sea level rise, and how we can achieve resilience locally but thinking about how those local projects solve local issues but contribute to larger regional goals. And that's where I see this project fitting in with a lot of other efforts that are ongoing now and that are up and coming in the future.
I look forward to hearing lessons learned from this Beacon pilot program. And with that, I'm Kat Beheshti, California Sea Grant State Fellow with the Ocean Protection Council, signing off until next time. And as always, thank you so much for watching.